Alright, welcome back to Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Not Tojima. Reincarnated Dragon Hatchling. Excuse me about that. That's actually my next one. Tojima was a Kamen Rider. This one is discussing. This is episode number 7. We're discussing the 7th episode of the series known as Went on a Date and Got Ditched. So, we begin after the recap from the last episode where our young dragon has basically defeated a monkey in a duel and got the little mini ones be his henchmen. And he wakes up like, oh, he's surrounded by them, and the black ghosts are on top of him. And they're just friends. They're not exactly like the kind of like. It's implied she might like him, probably because basically that he did save her. That's why I think he kind of forced the situation just to get to the end of it, though. So, like, why go hunting? And of course, she even jokes about poisoning one of them. And then they go hunting. Like, oh, look, 2 gray wolves. About to take them, and then the little monkeys beat them. And they go on separate hunt, and then they get briefly separated. Maya, of course, Maya's in the woods, wondering where the Avengers are. And of course, she hasn't seen the Avengers yet. And of course, she goes a bit far, but not too far from the village. She's still probably visual distance of the village. She can't go too deep in the woods. As for the reason why in story, they have not really explained. Now, in story, they explain this where you can't go deep in these woods for reasons, and all the monsters in this one depicted as dark, evil creatures. Despite the fact this one's actually quite nice. And then by the end of the episode, Maya and the young dragon reunite. And that's the episode. That is literally what happens over the course of 23 minutes. Also, he does basically he gets some more additional points. He's ready to evolve. By the way, when he's talking to Maya, that's when the voice is basically talking to him. Also, he encounters another group of wolves who would basically look really weird. Not the gray wolves we've been eating before, which he's enjoying the meat from those things, but these new ones, yeah, they act really weird. But otherwise, though, a pretty good episode, and there's only about 5 more to go, and then we're done. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next up is Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. And then afterwards be the final anime for today. That will be Trigon Stargaze. Okay? Thanks, Phil. Bye.